Today, we don't venture through the fabled misty hills of England, tracing the path of King Arthur's Excalibur. Instead, we turn our eyes east towards the land of the rising sun, Japan. Among its intricate tapestry of myth and history, there lies a tale not of a king, but of an imperial sword steeped in mystique and radiating an aura of the divine. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves as we unearth the saga of Kusanagi no Tsurugi. As legendary as it is elusive, this majestic blade is not just a weapon, but an integral part of Japan's symbolic three sacred treasures, alongside the mirror Yata no Kagami and the jewel Yasakani no Magatama. This tale, woven into the fabric of the nation's identity, is an enigma that has captivated scholars and storytellers alike for centuries. Embark with us on this riveting journey as we delve deep into the fables of its origin, traversing through the realms of myths, gods, and emperors. What truths and secrets does it hold? How has it shaped the cultural and historical landscape of Japan? Stay with us as we attempt to unravel the mysteries of this legendary blade and explore its significance in Japan's illustrious past. Get ready, this isn't just a history lesson, it's a thrilling ride into the heart of Japanese mythology. But first, we have always been fascinated by the unexplained, the strange, and the downright weird. We love exploring unsolved mysteries, ancient civilizations, and conspiracy theories. There is just something about these topics that seems to capture our imagination. We believe that history is full of secrets, and we are on a mission to uncover them. We want to share our findings with you, and we hope that you will join us on this journey. If you are interested in learning more about the dark truth, Japanese enigmatic ancient weapon, the Kusanagi no Tsurugi, then be sure to subscribe and like this video, as your support helps us to continue creating content that you enjoy. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. The Kusanagi no Tsurugi symbolizes the legitimacy of the Japanese imperial line and plays a significant role in Japanese mythology. Despite being a symbol of courage and valor, this enigmatic weapon has been hidden from the world since the 12th century, giving rise to rumors that it may have been lost. Its divine nature and adherence to ancient Shinto traditions dictate that it be kept and revealed only for the most sacred ceremonies. The sword later earned the nickname Kusanagi no Tsurugi, or grass-cutting sword, as legends surrounding the blade have been passed down through generations, securing its place in Japanese folklore. Due to its connections with the royal family, the Kusanagi has been likened to Excalibur. But unlike its Arthurian counterpart, the location of the Kusanagi is well known, but that does not erase suspicion about its existence, as no one alive has actually seen the sword. As World War II neared its end in 1945, the Japanese imperial family, fearing the sword's capture by Allied forces, concealed it in a secret location. While many have speculated on the sword's whereabouts, no location has ever been confirmed. Some believe that a Shinto shrine in Nagoya has housed the Kusanagi no Tsurugi for centuries. Historical records have confirmed that the shrine, perhaps due to the sword's presence, became a focal point during the 14th century power struggle in Japan. This tale is quite questionable, though, as these stories are said to be a collection of oral stories, written about 200 years after the original event took place. So over the years, the stories must have changed when rival members of the royal family made their bids to claim the throne of Japan, and in turn possessed the sword. One of the Shinto priests who claimed to see it was Matsuoka Masanao, believed to have lived in the 17th century, and his translated account describes the sword as follows. A stone box was inside a wooden box of length 150 centimeters with red clay stuck in the gap between them. Inside the stone box was a hollowed log of a camphor tree acting as another box with an interior aligned with gold. Above that was placed the sword. Masanao described the sword itself as being 82 centimeters long. Its blade, he said, resembled a calamus leaf, and the middle of the sword had a thick grip of about 18 centimeters with an appearance like a fish spine. The sword was fashioned in a white metallic color and was well maintained. For revealing such sensitive information and violating Shinto tradition, Masanao faced banishment from the empire. History says that a handful of other priests who claim to have glimpsed the sword met their end through mysterious diseases, further adding to its enigmatic legacy. Where did the sword come from, and where is it now? It was once called the Heavenly Sword of the Gathering Clouds, which was a translation of Ame no Murakumo no Tsurugi, no Tsurugi. The origin of this name is linked to a legendary eight-headed serpent. The serpent, known as Yamata no Orochi, was terrorizing a wealthy family in the province of Izumo. Over the years, the serpent had eaten 7 of the family's 8 daughters, and as a result, the family decided to ask for help from Susanoo, the Shinto god of the sea and storms. The god got the serpent drunk, decapitated each of the serpent's 8 heads, and then sliced off its tail, from which the god brought a sword, the Kusanagi. Triumphant Susanoo presents the sword to his sister as a testament to his victory over the serpent. Redeemed by his actions, Susanoo earns his place back among the gods. The tale Kusanagi no Tsurugi continues to resonate through the ages as a symbol of cunning and dive power. The Japanese imperial family was considered to be direct descendants of the gods. This explains how the Kusanagi sword came to be in their possession. Though unsure of its true origin, historians generally accept that the sword was passed through generations of the imperial family, who used it ritually when enthroning emperors and in other sacred ceremonies. Regardless of how it was created, mythological sources converge on the story of the sword being gifted to Yamato Takeru, the legendary warrior prince and son of the 12th Japanese emperor who lived between the 1st and 2nd centuries. Yamato Takeru gained fame through a cunning victory, in which he disguised himself as a maidservant to catch his enemies off guard during a party. The ancient texts of the Kojiki and Nihon Shoki, dating back to 711 AD, chronicle Yamato Takeru's adventures on a mission to stop the rebellion of other tribes. Yamato Takeru visited the shrine of Ise to pay homage to the sun goddess Amaterasu, and there he encountered his aunt Yamato Hime, the high priestess, who presented him with the Kusanagi. The sword proved invaluable to Yamato Takeru during his adventures. In one famous story, he was trapped by an enemy in a burning field of grass. Yamato used the Kusanagi to cut down the grass and create a firebreak, saving his life and allowing him to defeat his enemies, which gave it the name the Grass-Cutting Sword because of that legendary feat. Though he conquered those unruly forces, his arrogance led him to insult the goddess of Mount Ibuki, and as a result, his armies suffered a series of divine calamities at her hands, including diseases that inflicted Yamato Takeru himself. Ultimately, Yamato Takeru met his demise because he was ambushed. But without the Kusanagi, which he left alone with his wife, he was killed. The sword was eventually enshrined at his wife's residence before being relocated to the Atsuta shrine. The Kusanagi is one of the 3 imperial regalia of Japan, also known as the 3 sacred treasures, which consist of the sword, a mirror, and a jewel. While it is an essential component of the most traditional and intricate Shinto ceremonies, all 3 remain shrouded in secrecy. The mirror is believed to be 1,000 years old, and it is believed by academics to be the most precious of the 3 regalia. It was believed to be made from highly polished bronze or copper, and the mirror is said to have been offered by the sun goddess to Jimmu, the first emperor of Japan. But unlike the sword, the mirror has a known location. It's been kept in the imperial palace since the 9th century. The 3rd piece of regalia is a green jade necklace believed to have been worn by the goddess of merriment. The necklace is the only one of the 3 regalia that may still be authentic. In the tale of the Haika, a 12th century Japanese epic, the story of the Japanese imperial regalia is recounted amidst the broader context of the Genpei War. According to the tale, the child emperor Toku, a member of the Taira clan, was in possession of the imperial regalia during the final battle of the Genpei War in 1185. As the Taira faced defeat at the hands of the rival Minamoto clan during the naval battle of Donnura, the emperor's grandmother, Taira no Tukiko, decided to prevent the regalia from falling into enemy hands. So in a dramatic and tragic moment, she took the Emperor Toku and the sacred sword and jewels into her hands, and together they jumped into the sea. The mirror was, however, left behind and was recovered by the victorious Minamoto. Although the tale says the sword and jewel were lost at sea, it was claimed that they were eventually recovered by the Minamoto clan and returned to the imperial family. But others suggest the sword was lost and replaced with a copy. In 2019, the world witnessed a historic event as Emperor Naruhito ascended Japan's chrysanthemum throne, and the sacred regalia, including the Kusanagi Natsurugi, played a crucial role in the ceremony. However, the items remained concealed in wrapped packages, leading to speculation that the originals were hidden for safekeeping. So that means, presently, even the current emperor of Japan himself is believed to have not seen the Kusanagi. The whereabouts of the Kusanagi Natsurugi remain unconfirmed, and that is fueling theories that they may have been lost, stolen, or even replaced by a copy. Assessing the artifact's condition has proven to be impossible, but rumors still persist that the sword was indeed lost at sea in the 12th century, while others argue that the imperial family has safeguarded the original in storage and that the lost sword is a mere replica. Either way, the tale of the sword's magical ability and divine origins continue to captivate people, even though modern-day Japan largely views it as a symbolic relic, just like British crown jewels. Although the origin of the sword is not clear, the Kusanagi Natsurugi exists in modern-day Japan. Its authenticity remains a hotly debatable topic. Despite the enigmatic nature of the Kusanagi Natsurugi, it symbolizes a potent cultural symbol permeating popular culture through literature, cinema, and beyond. But one question that definitely still has not gotten its answer is, where is Kusanagi Natsurugi today? Tell me, what are your thoughts? Leave them below in the comments.